Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we unravel the mysteries behind those dusty financial reports that companies file. Today, SLM Corp, or Sally Mae as many know them, dropped a little update and we're going to see if it is a headline grabber or just more corporate chatter before we dive in. If you like getting the real scoop behind the numbers, make sure you are subscribed and hit that notification bell. And hey, if you want to chat about these filings off camera, we've got a Discord community in the description below where you can connect with other financial sleuths just like you. So SLM Corp usually likes to keep investors in the loop by posting updates on their website. And this particular report is all about a presentation they made around the 17th of November, 2025, at the Stephens Annual Investment Conference. Think of it like a company giving a shout out to investors about their latest goings on delivered through a slideshow. It is not a deep dive into every little number, but more of a high level update. Now, a quick note on how these things are filed. When you see things like this, it means the company is telling the public about certain information. It is not a whole new strategic shift or a massive financial report like a 10K or 10Q, but rather a disclosure of something specific happening. It is like a little bulletin from the company world. This report is for SLM Corporation, which you probably know better as Sally Mae. They are a big player in the student loan industry. They are incorporated in Delaware and their main office is in Newark. Delaware, they've been around a while and their stock trades on the NASDAQ. The company has different classes of stock. You've got your regular common stock, which is what most people think of when they talk about a company's shares. The par value here is 20 cents per S-share. This is the stock people usually buy and sell on the stock market. Then there is also this thing called preferred stock. For SLM, they have a floating rate non-cumulative preferred stock. Series B, also with a par value of 20 cents per S-share. This is a bit different from common stock. It is like a middle ground between owning a piece of the company and lending it money. It usually pays a fixed dividend, meaning a set amount of money, but in this case it is floating, so it can change. And non-cumulative means if they miss a dividend payment 1 year, they don't have to make it up later. This stock also trades on the NASDAQ Global Select Market. The main point of this filing is what is called Regulation FD disclosure. This is a rule that says companies have to share important information with everyone at the same time. They can't tell one big investor something and then nothing to everybody else. So when they announced this presentation, they had to tell the whole world about it, which is what this Form 8K filing does. It is all about making sure information is fair and square for all investors. The core of this filing is really about that presentation titled 2025 Stephens Annual Investment Conference Presentation. This presentation, made available on the 17th of November 2025, is essentially packaged as Exhibit 99.1. It is meant to give investors a snapshot of the company's status and potentially any updates they wanted to share at a conference attended by financial folks. This Exhibit 99.1, the presentation itself, is what they are officially providing to the Securities and Exchange Commission, or SEC, as part of this report. It is furnished herewith, meaning they are sending it over for review or record, but it is not considered a formal filing that carries the same weight as a full financial report. For example, the company is basically saying, here is what we showed at this conference. So if you want to know what was actually said, you'd need to look at that presentation. Without that presentation, this 8K is just a notification that it exists. And finally, you see Exhibit 104, which is the cover page interactive data file. This is basically an electronic format of the report's cover page that is designed for computers to read and process easily, a standardized way of presenting information that makes it simpler for automated systems to analyze. Now, let's look at the story here. This isn't a deep financial report. What we really have is SLM Corporation saying, hey, we updated our investors at this conference, and here is the material. The crucial element for us as observers of the corporate world is understanding why they are filing this. It is about transparency under Regulation FD. They're not giving us the nitty-gritty of their balance sheet or income statement in this particular document. Instead, they're pointing us towards a presentation that might contain those juicy details. What's missing is the actual substance of the presentation. Without seeing Exhibit 99.1, we can only infer what kind of updates SLM Corp might have shared. Were they talking about strong earnings growth, new initiatives to help students, or perhaps addressing challenges in the current economic climate? This filing acts more as a marker saying information was disseminated on this date. It is up to us or anyone interested to try and track down that presentation to get the full picture. This is a common practice for public companies to keep their investors informed about their activities and outlook. So, what is the takeaway from this particular filing? It's a signal, not a full report card. SLM Corporation held an investor presentation and is disclosing that fact. It highlights their commitment to keeping stakeholders informed. However, to truly understand their current position, we would need to access and analyze the presentation itself. For now, it's a notification of communication rather than a deep dive into their financial health. It emphasizes their dedication to open communication with the investment community, which is a positive. But the real meat, the actual financial insights, are likely buried within that linked presentation. Alright, that is our breakdown of this SLM Corp's filing. What is your take on these filings that just point to other information? Do you think they're helpful or just adding clutter? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps. And subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description. Thanks for watching. See you next time.